let's review 2 new cereals from Ghost Protein. Have you ever wanted your cereals to help you build muscle? Were last year's Ghost Protein cereals too generic for you, and instead you want them to tie into cereal brands that you actually trust? Will either of these finally make a $9 to $10 box of cereal worth it? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and I eat and review hundreds of cereals a year with episodes every single week in order to help you get the most out of your cereal experience. Today on Cerealsly, we're back at it by looking at 2 new cereals from the Ghost Protein line. Now, last year, General Mills partnered for the first time with Ghost Protein, which is a lifestyle brand that mostly focuses on protein shakes and powders. They're known for their fun and delicious collaborations, but the first 2 cereals they brought to market were mostly default sounding. They gave us PB, which was for peanut butter, and one that they called With Marshmallows. This year, on the other hand, they're kicking off 2026 by putting actual trusted name brands front and center. So here we have Ghost Protein Lucky Charms and Ghost Protein Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They definitely grab you in with names and flavors that you and I have come to believe in. Now, I want to show you this little bit of curiosity. This is last year's Ghost Protein With Marshmallows cereal. When I reviewed this cereal over a year ago, I commented then that the marshmallows had a very Lucky Charms taste to them, and that was great. Well, now they've earned their stamp of legitimacy, and they are no longer burying the lead. These are now Lucky Charms marshmallows front and center. The truth is they always were. Looking at the ingredients and the nutrition information, it is the exact same. The only thing different is that they have 2 minor ingredients that have swapped places in line. That might actually just be a typo. Other than that, the boxes are basically the same. The Lucky Charms one is a little bit more vibrant and has the Lucky Charms marshmallow shapes, obviously, but everything else is so unbelievably similar. I am astounded. So it's almost like finally, they did it. Now, when it comes to the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, this is a brand new crossover for them. But listen, Cinnamon Toast Crunch has yet to go wrong with their use of Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust in any application. I actually believe that they would have to work really hard to screw this partnership up. Let me also point out that both of these boxes continue the trend of absolutely beautiful design. Bits of these boxes are matte finish and other parts are a glossy finish. It is absolutely stunning in the colors and the design choice. They both really do look great. But listen, I don't care how many Lucky Charms marshmallows you throw at me, how good the box looks. The fact that each of these boxes cost between $9 and $10 at normal stores like Target is crazy. At that price point, I'm not just looking for these to be good. They had better put so much protein in me that I bulk up 50 extra pounds of muscle on the spot per bowl. So now listen, I want to use all of my cereal experience to help you decide if you need a bowl of these new Ghost Protein cereals. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, you are likely strikingly chiseled and should be a Ghost Protein spokesmodel. But would you do me one favor? Would you like this video and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode? Doing any one of those things would really help me out. All right, I think I am ready. I have got my bowls. I have got my spoon. I've got my trusty 1% milk. And of course, I've got the cereal of the hour. I am going to start with this Ghost Protein Lucky Charms. I looked back at my old review and realized that I actually didn't like the With Marshmallows one that they put out. I gave it a 1 out of 5. How could that be? How could they have messed up a cereal with marshmallows from General Mills in it? I am going to be fascinated to see if just changing the shape, branding them Lucky Charms marshmallows is going to be of help. Let's pour these out, see what they look like in a bowl. Well, gosh darn it if they don't look amazing. These look spectacular. What must Ghost Protein have paid them to use the actual Lucky Charms marshmallows and branding? Maybe the first round was earning the credibility in the partnership, and now they have deemed them worthy of using the actual shapes. That's pretty incredible. If these had no protein in them at all and they had just called them Lucky Charms balls or something, I totally would have been satisfied. They look fantastic. It really looks like you took Kix cereal and put the Lucky Charms marshmallows in them, but they have a more vanilla, a more powdered scent to them. So I suspect that there's a protein coating of some kind that they rolled these in. The marshmallows look as perfect as always, but there really is a powderiness going on here that regular Lucky Charms doesn't have. I think we need to give these a try dry first to see what they're like. So let's do that. Let's give a try to Ghost Protein Cereal Lucky Charms. Boy, they're very protein shake-y. I was totally right. The spheres here absolutely have like a protein powder on the outside of them, and the powder flavor itself is pretty good. It definitely tastes like, just a big tub of Ghost Protein powder that you would mix into a shake pre or post workout. So if you're okay with that vanilla protein shake flavor, this will be totally fine for you. I gotta tell you though, the place where this one fails absolutely is in the texture of the cereal pieces. It is weird and crumbly. My teeth tried to chew it and it wasn't quite like foamy like a mattress. Instead, it was like a dry, gritty sponge. Jeez, that's not good. The marshmallows I had in that first bite, of course, were perfection, although they did have a little bit of that same vanilla powder on them, and that tasted unnatural. And that was a little bit of a downgrade. Geez, what a travesty this will be if they get the full Lucky Charms brand and they still can't drag it away from a bad review. Maybe milk will save it. Let's put milk on these and see what that does. All right, my friends, let us try Ghost Protein Lucky Charms in milk. Ugh. Oh, no. I'm still chewing. These have crossed the line into something that I hate more than almost anything else in the cereal world. And that is, they have gone so strong with the proteinness of these that milk actually makes it far worse. You start chewing these things and it seems like you're going to get off fine, but then it becomes instantly dust, a gritty dust, and then the milk transforms it into a foamy mess that is legitimately not only hard to chew, but incredibly hard to swallow. The texture is so bad, I legitimately think this would be dangerous for some people. You can see it's making me a little bit heated. No. There is no amount of wonderful Lucky Charms marshmallow magic that could redeem a cereal like this. $9 for the cereal, you are making a joke. This is bad, but I am so open-minded that I'm still going to go for, with joy and an open heart, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch version of that. So let me move this horrendous travesty out of here and get ready for the next one. Oh, what the heck? I did not even look carefully enough at the front of the box to realize that these weren't also spheres. This is the first Ghost Protein cereal then that isn't those same sphere shapes. The PB one was like that. The with marshmallows was like that. Of course, the Lucky Charms we just ate was just like that. These are an attempt at a slightly more square Cinnamon Toast Crunch-ish shape. Now, they don't quite get there. They're obviously much more puffy, much more light, though they do have the right amount of Cinnadust sprinkled on top. I think maybe they're attempting to replicate the same texture of the squares. Am I just making that up? Do I see any ridges on one side of this? Maybe not. Could this count as a swirl of cinnamon like they have in the real Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know. I may be projecting onto these just because I'm trying to put as much hope into this as possible. But geez, I gotta tell you, I'm nervous about eating these. If they can't get the texture right, if it's that nasty and bad in circles, in spheres, how are they going to help me survive when it comes to much chunkier squares that are puffy here? I'm scared. But let us not allow our fear to keep us captive and not enjoy something that might be wonderful. So friends, let's give a try to Cinnamon Toast Crunch Ghost Protein Cereal. Oh my. Oh no. Boy, it's like a slap in the face. The Cinnadust on the outside makes it taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch is what you're about to experience, but then the texture of the cereal arrives and absolutely ruins it. It's bad. It's rotten. Dang, I'm not a negative guy, but what were they thinking? Didn't anyone eat this at General Mills? The only thing that helped the PB flavor get a reasonably good rating of 4 when I first reviewed it is that for some reason the peanut butter flavor covered up the nasty texture. In neither one of these cereals today was that possible. This is bad. I guess I'm going to put milk on it just to complete the review, but I don't want to. Milk made the other one worse, so I'm not excited about this, but let's go through with all the bravery we can muster. Let us try together Ghost Protein Cereal Cinnamon Toast Crunch in milk. I'm going to try to get a lot of milk and a little bit of cereal. See if that helps. It's so bad. I hate this. I don't hate a lot of stuff, but I hate this. Ay. What a disaster. Beautiful design. Incredibly good cereal roots. And yet, it's trash. You shouldn't eat this. You shouldn't buy this. You shouldn't get excited about this. You should not promote this. It's crummy to the core. Ay. Let us be done with this. I think all that's left is to give these cereals ratings out of 5. Whew. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we took every facet of taste and texture into consideration, and texture was a big one today, but now it's enough. I cannot believe that my very first cereal review of 2026 is this way, but my final verdict on both of these cereals is 0 goose egg. Let's talk about Lucky Charms first. It's horrible. It does not deserve the Lucky Charms marshmallows. I don't know what General Mills was thinking. The money Ghost Protein must have put up to make that happen must be mind-boggling, but they must rescind this partnership. Maybe I'm putting the blame on the wrong people. Maybe this is a General Mills problem and Ghost Protein, bless their souls, are just trying to do their best to pump people up with their protein. This is not the way to do it. You have besmirched the good name of Lucky Charms. Whoever is responsible, it needs to stop. Then let us talk about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a way I think almost worse. Because when it hits your tongue, your brain is thinking nostalgia, it's thinking good memories, it's thinking positive experiences with so many prior cereals. And then you get to that nasty, horrible, absolutely atrocious texture. And my insides didn't know what to do with it. My heart is racing. I'm feeling a little flustered. This doesn't happen on this channel. I'm trying to be a positive guy. But my, if we're learning anything from this, my friends, do not spend your hard-earned cereal money on these two monstrosities. They are absolutely not worth it. If you are a lunatic and you want to try today's cereal for yourself, I picked mine up during a very limited launch window online a few weeks ago, but I have heard from some trusted online sources that both of these are coming to store shelves at places like Target and Walmart soon. Listen, please do something. Talk to your Target representative and tell them not to carry this. Hey, listen, I'd love to spend even more cereal time together, and YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy the videos that are on screen right now. So check those out while you're waiting for our brand new episode next week. Until then, never be soggy, my friend.